Hey guys, welcome to Elevate Techie. If you haven't done yet, hit that subscribe button below so that you'll never miss any video of mine. And welcome to another video of the playlist How to Develop a Real-Time Automation BDD Framework using Selenium with Java. In today's video, let's see what a test runner class is in Cucumber and what is the purpose of it. So once we design any of the scenario, next step what we need to do is execute that scenario. And in Cucumber, we'll be using this test runner file for executing the scenarios. So this is the place where the execution actually starts. And when you ask what we are going to define in this test runner file, so here you can see that we'll be defining the very important annotation, which is Cucumber options annotation. Under this annotation, we'll be giving the details of the feature file. So we'll be giving the path where the feature files are in our project. And apart from that, we'll be giving the path of the step definition packages as well. So when you ask what a test runner file is basically a .java file, and the purpose of it is to start the execution. So using this @Cucumber option annotation, it is going to execute the scenarios which we have defined under this options. Now let's go to our project and create a test runner file for us so that we can execute the scenario which we have created in our previous video. So I'll be opening my Eclipse IDE. And as I said before, test runner file is basically a .java file. We are going to create that file under this src test java folder. So under the src test java folder, first I'll be creating a package. So for that you can go to new and then select the package. And I'm going to give the package name as com.bdd.runner. And click on finish. So here I got the package com.bdd.runner created, and in this I'm going to create a new Java file. So you'll be going to new and then select the class. And we are going to give the name of the file, which is the test runner file, and click on finish. So we have got the test runner class created. And the first step we have to do is add this @Cucumber options annotation above the class. Cucumber options. So I have added the annotation. Let me import these options as well. So when you scroll to this value, here it is showing import Cucumber options. So you'll be importing this Cucumber options. And let's define the options under this. So first is that I'm going to add the features, under which I have to define the path where my feature files are. So I have got my feature files created under this src test resources, and in that, in the features folder. So let me add the same src test resources, and in that under the features. And later we'll be adding the glue option where we will be giving the package folder where we have got the step definitions. So step definitions are basically .java files. So we are going to create these step definitions under the folder src test java, and I have created a package named as com.bdd.steps. So that in this package I'm going to add all my step definition files. So let's add this package name under the glue options. So it is of com.bdd.steps. And later we have got the tags option. Under this I'll be giving the tags of the scenarios which I want to execute. So let's say I have got a feature file, and in this I want to execute the scenario validation of the chapter 1 link. So for that we have a tag called chapter 1 link validation. So let me copy this and I'm going to paste that in the runner file. So the tag always starts with @. This is how we add the tags. And next we have got plugin option. And under this plugin option, I'm going to define the folder path for the reports which the Cucumber will generate. And also we'll be using the keyword pretty, so that reports will be generated in a pretty format. And Cucumber generates basically two types of reports. So first is of HTML and the other one we get it in a JSON format. So first let's give the HTML file. So I want the reports to be generated in this target folder. So what I'll give is the name of the folder. So it is of target, and under this the name of the file I want to be of cucumber reports.html. So this is the name I want to be, and also I'll be adding the JSON file path as well. So the file format is of JSON, and I'm going to add the same folder name, which is of target cucumber.json. So I'm going to close the braces for the plugin option. Yeah, so by this we are done with the plugin. So let's add the last option, which is of monochrome, and let's set the value to true. So when we are using TestNG as our test execution engine, we have to extend the abstract test runner class for execution. So let's extend that class. This test runner class is going to extend abstract TestNG cucumber test. So this is the class it is going to extend. So let's import this. And for executing the scenarios in TestNG, we are going to use TestNG cucumber runner class. So let me create an object for this TestNG cucumber runner class. TestNG cucumber runner with the variable name as TestNG cucumber equals to new TestNG cucumber runner, and it is going to take the parameter with this dot class. Now we are done with creating the test runner class. So we need to let the framework know that this is the class it has to execute. So we have to define this class under the testng.xml file so that it will get to know this is the class it has to execute. So let's give the class name. So under this test tag, I'll be going to the class and I'll give the name of the class as test runner. And let's save it. Now let's try to run this class and see if the scenarios are going to get executed. So for running this class, select the file and then right click on it. Go to run as options and then select the TestNG. So it is launching the class and execution has started. So you can see that the execution was completed and it is showing here the scripts got failed. So let's see why the scripts got failed. Here you can see it is showing failed, and the reason for the failure is the step user navigated to the application and the two other steps are undefined. So that means that the steps which we have written in this feature file, we haven't implemented those steps in the step definition file. So that is the reason why the steps are getting failed. And this is the basic design format for the BDD framework. So first what we'll do is create the test and run them and let them fail, and then we are going to add the test. In the coming up videos, let's see how to implement these steps which we have written in the test scenario. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you learned something new today. Please do like, share and subscribe the channel. See you in the next video.